There was 4 in our family. There was Mike, Maribeth, Russ, and then me. We lived over by Garmin Park, and that was the best neighborhood because the park was right there and had a woods there, and we were all the time out in the woods and in the park. My dad had a police whistle. We only lived about 2 or 3 houses from the park. He'd go out on the back porch and blow that whistle, and people in the park would hear it. If we didn't hear it, all the other kids would say, your whistle's blowing, and all us kids would know to go home. I remember one time we had a plasterboard walls, and we was jumping around and playing on the couch, and I'm not sure which sibling, it wasn't Mike, but we put a hole in it. Well, when my dad came home, Mike took the blame. He said he threw a ball and broke it, even though he didn't. He used to take me and my other brother to drive in movies with him on a date, which I thought was pretty good. No, he was a good brother. He did go to college. He was going to got into computers when they were first coming out, when he had those data cards and all that. He was in that when he got drafted. So no telling what might have happened if he would have got into computers when they were first starting, and no telling. I wondered about that a lot, what might have been.
I knew him before I went in the Army because we went to high school together. He was 2 years younger, but we still knew each other. He came up for wrestling one year, that's how I knew him. And how could you miss him? He had red hair, and yeah, that was him. So we practiced our shots on each other because we were in medic training together. Out of our unit, I don't even know how many people were in it, but I think 85% of those medics went to Vietnam that did the training when I did.
Somebody had built a tree house and we came upon it, and so a lot of times we'd sleep out in that tree house. And when he came back, before he shipped out, he spent a night in a tree house with a bunch of 14 and 15-year-old kids, me and my friends, when he could have been out with his friends before he was going to Vietnam. I mean, that to me shows that he cared.
But there was something strange about Mike Baum. Out of the group that we went to this, they lectured us about some of you are going to pay the ultimate sacrifice. You're going to be killed over there. And out of that group, Mike Baum is the only one that said, we're all going to go over there, we're all going to be killed. Yeah, that was kind of strange.
Premonition of sorts?
Yeah, he had that. And I talked to his family at his mother's funeral there last month, and he said that to them too. He had his affairs in order.
I remember one letter he wrote where he was out, he was a medic, and he was out in the field, and he came across a Vietnamese girl that had stepped on a landmine and blew part of her leg off. He stopped the bleeding and saved her life, and he said that, I know now why I'm here. I'm really here for the Vietnamese. The American soldier knows what he's doing. I'm here for the Vietnamese because they don't know what's going on. All I heard was that they were going to name a school after a Macon County or Decatur vet. And they put all the names in a hat. And then they called up the next of kin. If they didn't want the school named after him, then they picked another name. So I don't know if Mike was the first name or the last name. But my mother she said, okay, name the school after him, but name each room after another one. And they said they're not going to have that many rooms because too many got killed. I think he'd think it'd be kind of funny, really, but I know he'd enjoy it because he did like kids. I think he had the biggest heart of any of his kids. You know, he was the oldest. He kind of looked after us, and I think he'd get a kick out of it. He liked people.